What is up, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this episode of On the Bench with Pete, the series you put on in the background whilst you hobby or paint along with me. And I talk about things, we concentrate on our models, we get stuff done. I've got a load of aliens to seal ready for my game. Now, I'm looking at them thinking, matte, satin, but, gloss. And so that's kind of a little dilemma I've got here now. But not so much a dilemma, but something I've just got to think about. I think I know what I'm going to go with. So anyway, if you want to paint along, hobby along, build along with me, then grab your glues, brushes, models, paints, whatever you need. Tea, coffee. I've got coffee in my trusty R2-D2 mug, my thermal mug. Love that mug. I just love it. Together we will get stuff done because I got stuff to talk about. I want to talk about the future today, and for me today, the future looks rosy. And I'm not talking about a paint colour. Let's just get to the bench. Alright, we're at the bench. I know it doesn't really seem like it, but aliens are before you here. Actually, I'm going to push them back because what I'm going to do is hold them like this and gloss them that way. And yes, I think I am going to gloss them, but I think the bases will be matte. That's what I'm thinking. So that's what I'm going to do. Bases are very simple. In the end, I only highlighted a couple of them. They really don't need it. It's a game board. It's a game board. I keep saying that. I get my words the wrong way around. Did you ever get that? It's a board game. And so, with that in mind, I don't need to worry too much about it. Okay, so let's get going with this party then. Okay, so I want these gloss. I want these shiny. Shiny. That plus they will be better protected as a game piece. This gloss varnish does protect better than matte. Makes sense, really, to me. But anyway, so the future does indeed look pretty rosy for me right now. Well, for me right now, this is how I'm feeling. Okay, because I'm doing quite well. I'm doing well. I've completed the first module of my Excel course, and I'm really chuffed with that. Absolutely loving it. It is blowing me away what you can do with spreadsheets. And I always thought, I just used to think, well, numbers, boring, No, you could do so many things with it. It's unbelievable. And you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be utilizing it in the future. So that's what I'm going to be up to. I'm going to get my qualification in Excel. Then, I don't know if you heard that. I think it was one of my neighbours screaming. I don't know. Oh, kids. What was I going to say? Yes, I'm going to get my qualifications in Excel. Then I'm going to start applying for office-y type jobs, administration-type jobs, ones I can do at home. Should the need arise in the future. I know where my wife works, she has the capacity to work from home. I'm not saying I'll get a job as good as that, but everybody's got to start somewhere, right? And I'm thinking, well, if I can do that, then that will, I don't know, kind of almost springboard me onto further things, further opportunities, and I can look forward to a much longer, and I can do more hours working environment, because it won't be so what's the word? Physical. Because there's no question the physicality of my current job can be an issue at times. Where my feet and legs hurt so badly, and my back and everything else, I've just got to go home and rest. Whereas if I had like an office job, a desk type job, doing an admin and stuff, although I'll still be as tired mentally, and I know that, but physically I'll still be able to keep going, right? But if it's mentally and I'm tired, I think it'll be a case of, well, I've still got a choice, you know, do I stop now or what have you. Also, the other side of the coin is you don't get asked for overtime as much in jobs. They are kind of set hours, but I could probably set my hours at a lot higher than my base contracted hours are for my other job. So I'm just thinking, yeah, you know, I can do this. I do not want to make the same mistake I did at Royal Mail, and don't worry, that lesson will not leave me in a hurry. I don't think it ever will. I'm not going to go into that now, but suffice to say, you've got to know your limits, and this is why I'm doing this. You know, this is a huge part of why I'm doing these courses, because I know my limits. I know that physically I'm not going to be able to keep going forever. You know, I have MS. I know it's going to get worse. I know I'm already starting to struggle going up and down stairs in there, because the toilets and the staff room are located upstairs for, you know, for staff. So that's a problem. That is a problem. So if I can get an office job, an admin job, I can keep going for longer. Now that's my goal. Just keep going, keep working, keep going for longer, and then we're in good shape as far as my channel goes as well, right? Because I need essentially I need the hobby to survive. It's my survival mechanism. It's what I do, as do a lot of us. And some people depend on others to make their videos. You know, I depend on a lot of people to make videos because I need them in my life. True, if they don't, I can always find something else. But I have my preferences, right? We all do, and we all need to help each other. So that, and you know, we got bills to pay, and you know, we need to pay them, and I've got to earn the money to be able to do that. And if I'm physically too tired to do extra where I am, it's not going to help us get our bills paid any quicker. So, you know, I am literally looking to essentially increase my hours. I could possibly go to full time, though if possible I'd like to try to trial that, and I might do that whilst I've got some time off, actually, by doing a course every day 9 till 5, see if I can do that, like a different course, I don't know, do an outlet course or something. There's plenty of courses out there you can do. Just do the hours and mentally tax myself, you know, phone a few people, because I'd have to do that and stop for lunch and do that for a week, see how I feel after that. I don't know. If not, there's part-time work out there which is nearly full-time, but not quite. Just sort of just under. And they might be worth looking at those, or just a couple of smaller part-time jobs. Something will turn up. I have faith. Something will turn up. Gotta have faith. Gotta keep the faith. And these guys are gonna look awesome in the game. I'm so glad I decided to go with a blue colour scheme in the end, as opposed to a black one. So I was saying, it was in a different video actually, but I was saying I'm going to go with the same colour scheme for the Queen, but probably just a little bit darker. You might not even notice it that much, but just a slightly darker colour scheme for the Queen. That's my plan. Once I've done all of these, I've then got to do the bases, and they're going to be done matte, as I said, because I don't think the shiny bases are what I want to go with. Flip on my heating, warm the place up a bit. So what are you guys working on? I hope whatever it is, it's coming along swimmingly for you. Once I get these done, and these will be done today, I can start work on my characters for the game, the Colonial Marines and Ripley and Newton. That, you know, I can do those. I'm probably going to try and do them, you know, as they were in the movie. So I'm not going to break away. I did think about breaking away from the colours they were wearing and just having, like, you know, Ripley and Newt have them wearing anything. But no, I think I want to go with the colour schemes from the movie. Ripley was in some sort of grey sort of jumpsuit thing. Alright, I've got 6 aliens done. It's time to test the coffee, because I've had it made for getting on for an hour now. Oh, still very, very hot, but closely approaching drinking temperature. Comfortable drinking temperature. Yeah, of course I want the aliens to be gloss varnished. They're slimy aliens, right? You know. Keep shedding their skins and getting bigger and I'm going to yawn. Sorry about that. I'm always tired. See, that's part of my condition. Many apologies. This isn't a fancy brush. It's a Crawford black brush. I really should have my brushes organised. My wife would if she was doing this hobby. She'd have them all organised to sizes and makes and things. Like she would do her paint. I'm just not that organised, you know. I mean, my paints are the best organisation I've ever done, really. Just by colour in the drawer. All different makes and things. And they all kind of get quite shook up when the drawers go in and out. So it's good to help keep them mixed, as it were, Still give them a blinking good shake when I get them out though. Oh, as you will have seen by now, and you may or may not have watched it, I don't know, the tutorial I did for these guys, I ended up putting on, you know, the YouTube channel here, as opposed to a Patreon one. It was, I deliberated on it for a while, and I thought, no, I'll stick this on the, like on the freebie section, and I might do some of the, I might do one or two of the characters in for patrons, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to give you guys something of your own, you know, for, I think it's tier 3. These tails of the aliens, they get caught on lots of stuff. Watch it out when you're dealing with them, because they get caught on your sleeves very easily. Just putting it out there. The only thing with gloss varnish is you're never sure when it's dry. It always looks wet, which I suppose is the point, you know. So if any of this dries and it looks dry, then I know I haven't got the varnish on them. I've actually used up all the varnish I had out for that. That's good. I don't like wasting materials. I always pop it back in anyway, but you're bound to leave some residue behind, aren't you? More then. Bit more for the cause. I think the most problematic part of these aliens, building wise, was the tails. It's very ill fitting. You've literally got to make them fit. I suppose you could always pin them, but that seems a lot of trouble to go to for a board game piece. Getting back into 40k this year, so you know I'm going to be looking heavily at my well, actually I've got an idea for a new series to help inspire me for 40k. I'm not going to say too much more about that here, but you'll see it when it comes. Suffice to say, it's going to help me. One, it's going to help me in it's going to help me in a couple of ways. It's going to help me. One, it's going to help me get back into the hobby of Warhammer. And two, it's going to help focus the direction my attention will lie in Warhammer. You could be thinking, what is he going to just go for a single army? No, nothing like that. All the armies I have are staying, and everything I've got is staying. What are we at? What time frame are we at? 21 minutes. Wow, how the time goes. Doesn't the time go quickly? But then the weeks go quick, don't they? Do you find that? Weeks just fly by. My wife is finding that her days are going very, very quickly with her new job. It's so busy, she doesn't have time to stop and think about anything else. So before she knows it, she said it's dinner time, and it's like, wow, feels like I've only just started. And that's good. That is a good place to be in a job, I can tell you. I want to look for my forever job when I'm all qualified up. Just making sure I don't have too much varnish on the model there. I was going to lift my yellow cutting mat off in one let them dry before I go on to the base. I've got other stuff to be getting on with. I've got some face huggers I want to paint up. Oh, I've got this bad ankle. I took a misstep coming down the stairs before Christmas. It was quite a while before Christmas, a couple of weeks, and it's still painful. It's been taking ages to heal. Forever and a day, as they say. I've only got 4 more to do after this. It's not very exciting, just varnishing. But there you go. I'm glad I production lined these though. Did it as I was doing the tutorial so that they were all at the same point. And not only that, I needed a separate model to do the one to paint the teeth coming out. Because the model I started with didn't have that. Majority of them don't. Like this one doesn't. But you have choices of heads in the set, which is unusual for a board game. Unusual that you got to build anything at all for a board game. Because most board gamers, they just want to unpack and play. You know, get on with it. I think one of the ones I watched, the first game, not all his aliens were built even. Because I remember him saying, I'm going to have to build some more of these. And the player characters, the Colonial Marines, that they weren't painted on the first game. I mean, he did get around to it, but yeah. I have to go through the rulebook again. One time I painted them all up. Yeah, they're looking good though. I think they look more than adequate for a board game. More than adequate. Okay, got 2 more to do, baby. 2 more to do. I'm yearning for another sip of coffee, I can tell you that. Did think about putting some slobber and slime coming down from their mouths, but being a board game, they'll get bashed about too much. Especially when they get packed away. I'm thinking I might need to source another really useful box for this game, especially because I've got the Ultimate Badasses expansion, so I really should do that. Last one then. Last one. Let's make it count. The weather's got a little bit warmer here. I might have said that already. It's not so cold today, and it hasn't rained yet. They rained in the night, of course. I mean, it rains every day at some point, but it's not rained today. Not whilst I've been up anyway so far, which is good. Because I don't have a hat with me or anything. Nothing worse than having a load of gear to bring back to the house. And it's pouring with rain. Of course, I always carry my stuff back in the camera so that I can download it. As soon as, and there we go. That's those done. Just the basing to do on them. Now I'll have a sip of coffee. That was my reward. Oh, love this coffee. I'm gonna have a second sip. Why not? Yeah. I suppose I could just push them up a bit. Face hugger time. It's face hugger time. Now, What do we want to go with? Yeah, let's go with some bony spikes. Yeah. It's actually a Zombicide paint, this bony spikes. Regiment brush I got there, yeah, that'll do for that. Still feels like a lot of paint in here. I obviously didn't use much of this paint up. Thinner medium. And a touch of retarder in the middle. There we go. And we'll just mix that up. Okay. And we're rocking and rolling. Quite transparent because it's been mixed so thinly. That's okay. I don't care. Just do a second coat. I think these are not used in the game so much as a possible status for a character. But I could be wrong, and if that is the case, I'm sure, like I do with Zombicide, I'll homebrew some rules eventually where they will be used in game. That's that's the way it's gonna be, baby. There's only 2 of them. I suppose I could have them quite feeble, being face huggers, but if you was playing someone like Newt, they wouldn't be, they'd still be scary, so that could be cool. Fire in Med Lab. Just doing a second coat here on the first one. And I will of course be doing a wash on them too. I think that'll do for that. Oh, I've ordered something. I've ordered 2 things actually. It's 2 packs of Top Trump cards. Do you remember those when you was a kid? These, the ones I've got coming, hold a special memory for me though, because they were what I had obviously when I was quite young. I don't know what ever happened to them, but and to get the original one, it's the horror Top Trumps cards. There were 2 different packs, at least I had 2 different packs. And I thought, about a year ago I decided to have a look for them online, see if you can still get them. And you can, but they are so expensive, it's unbelievable. But recently, there's a company that's been redoing them like as retro cards, and they're quite cheap. And I'm like, yeah man, that's really cool. I'll paint one of these whilst I'm here. Or am I? Or am I? It's a good question. No, I'm probably not, you know. So whilst they are drying, I'm just going to go and have a look for some other miniatures. course, these are the crates. Nothing really special about these, so oops, they're not going to get a separate tutorial. And one of my crates has come off. Oh, its holder. That's fun. I possibly should have moved my aliens out of the way first, which I'm going to do. Zoom out. This is still on the bench. Right, so carefully. Move to one side. Okay. That's better. Better. Time are we on here? Is that 38 minutes? Wow, how the time flies. Okay. Well, it's going to take a lot of non-oil. I'm going to use non-oil gloss just kicks and giggles. Yeah, really not a lot of point, I don't think, in this. Set to use it up. I personally prefer normal non-oil. The reason is, if I want something glossy, I'll just hit it with a gloss varnish after the fact. Same thing is going to be happening for the guns, the sentry guns. They're obviously not going to need a lot of paint, so just pop in some super glue. That one, move it to one side, and hey presto, ditching that bit of paper towel because I don't want paper towel with glue on it, so get it on me. Yeah. Alright, so how are we going to do this? Well, I'm just going to cover everything here that I see in non-oil gloss. I will be painting other areas of the guns once this is dry. It's got A and B on these guns. That's because you need to differentiate them in the game as to which one has whatever rounds in it. I can zoom back in again a little bit now. Yeah, whatever rounds you've got in it, and it will tell you A has 150 rounds in it, for example. Because the sentry guns, the rounds go down really quickly. I mean, really quickly. I mean, it sounds like you've got a lot of ammo when you say, like, oh, I've got 400 ammo left, but they just fire in about they fire. I think they fire 50 shots in a go, so your counters go down real quick. That's how they're designed. These Weyland-Yutani craters. I do wonder why there's so many of them in this game. And these are obviously to replace the cardboard ones you get in the box set, start of the game. But I'm like, why, dude? Why so many? The answer is I don't know. No, my plan is to rust up a couple of these. So not all gonna be pristine, are they? Come on now. I'm using the no gloss really to save my ordinary null. I never did get the Agrax Earthshade gloss, and I don't really see why you'd want that. As I say, anything you want shiny, you just put a gloss varnish over it. So I really don't see the point of it. Well, I suppose if it's for a display piece, then I do see the point of it, because a display piece you probably won't be putting any varnish onto. You're not going to be picking up and using it like you would a normal game piece, right? So I do get that. I suppose that is why it's for the more seasoned painter, I guess. There we go. So I'm really looking forward to playing games again. I mean, I've got my solo RPG campaign, which I do, which is good, and I love doing that. But it does take an awful lot of work, you know, on the video editing side. It actually is a lot more than it looks. But yeah, playing the game, that's good. Do enjoy that, and I'm enjoying thinking about what other games I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing one for the patrons, of course. So I think I'm going to do Alien, the RPG, for free, and Call of Cthulhu would be for my patrons. At least or it might be the other way around, I don't know. See, I'm hoping that the ones I put out for free on YouTube will be enough to get people wanting to sign up. So that is the goal, obviously. That's the goal. I'm glad I decided to use a Nuln Oil gloss for this, because it is eating it up. Oh, I've moved my studio around a little bit as well, because I want a special setup for the tutorials I do for Patreon. I'm going to try and do it more in the style that they do over at Warhammer TV and Duncan does on the Duncan Rhodes Painting Academy, where he holds the miniature up as he paints, and he's got the background. In my case, it'll be a green background, but I suppose I could use any colour I wanted to help focus the miniature. And you get I think you might get a better angle doing it that way. Anyway, it's something I'm going to try anyhow. Nearly done, nearly done. I've done lots of great work today. I've gloss varnished my aliens. True, I've still got to do the matte varnish on the bases of them, but I mean, we're nearly there now with those. They will be long done by the next episode. And yeah, I'm loving life at the moment. I worked on my course all day yesterday, so having a day off today as a treat. Nearly done, nearly done. These are all lids from fabric conditioner bottles, you know. Make great holders. $50, wow. Well, guess we'll have a little bit of a shorter one this time. Yes, and these are going to be used in my Alien RPGs as well, I think. Although I might not need to use anything for that. Just saying. Anyway, glasses off, zoom out, and there we go. So, another sip of coffee. Gonna be done. Oh, well, I've got some great work done there. I hope you have too on your projects. So I've gloss varnished my aliens. Got to do the bases, I know. I've put the first coat down on my alien face huggers, and I've put some non-oil gloss onto my cargo crates. They're already painted up. There's no point doing a painting tutorial on those. It's just simple stuff. I'm just gonna maybe do a couple highlights. I'm gonna paint the Weyland Yutani symbol emblem on the top, and maybe rust up a couple of them, like as if they were left under a leaky pipe or something like that, just to give me options. So that's that. So yeah, life is good for me right now. I'm loving it. I hope you are too. So until the next time, remember, all brushes lead to war. Don't forget to like if you like this video, hit the like button, dislike if you disliked it, it all helps me. And share, you know. If you want to check out my Patreon account, there is a link on my YouTube home screen under the banner. And thank you to all my patrons. You guys make this possible. You help me do this, and you will help me to grow in the future. So thank you so much. Bye for now.